Yo, it's ODB, OLP. Want to give you guys a quick video for anybody that's a Mazda fan. Maybe you're just a mini trucker fan in general. I'm going to do a shorter video, hopefully, showing how I'm going to detail my engine bay on my 90 Mazda. Now, this is not a show truck. This is kind of a, I'm not going to say a beater. It's a just get in and have fun type truck. And I haven't really put much time into it. Some of you saw the sneak peek video or the video I kind of revealed when I had picked it up last year. But I got to give a shout out to Jeff at Mini Garage. We've had him on OLP. It's a Mini Garage YouTube channel. I'll try to tag their channel as well in the description or title. But I want to just thank Jeff for the support. He got me the brackets. Him and Alan transported those to LST. So I want to put basically the brackets on the engine. And I was scoping it out earlier, and I think the engine looks a little nasty. So I think I'm going to get in to end up cleaning a little bit more than I anticipated. And let's just jump into it. So follow me through this. At the end, I'll share a before and after photo, so you'll get a chance to see, did it really work? And I'm excited. So stay tuned, continue to watching to the end and check it out. Let me know what else you think I should do to the Mazda engine bay. Should I detail it more? Should I have it painted? Let me know what you guys think. Let's do this. All right, so in the intro, I mentioned that I'm going to clean up the engine bay, start on it. But what I want to start with actually is figuring out how the brackets go on. You can see boom, power steering, AC with lines, bracket, and there's one other bracket I'm going to clean over here. And what I want to start doing is I'm going to spray a little degreaser on the side of the block, just maybe try to clean it up a little bit. And what made me think to start there was I put the one bracket over there up, and I know exactly where it goes now, and it needs to be shot with black paint and stuff. So I figured, you know what, I'll degrease this a little bit, I'll paint the bracket, and then I'll start putting it on. So let's do it. So nothing crazy. I started bolting this on, and I was like, you know, I want to clean the engine bay up a little bit. I might as well degrease this, let it dry, shoot it with some paint. You can see a little oil from the engine there where I had it bolted up, and just start at some point. And these brackets need to go on because I want to get the power steering working. Even though it turns fine, I want to get the power steering back on. I don't know why someone would have taken it off. I don't know why they would have taken out the AC. They left the lines for the most part, everything behind the dash, but they took out the compressor and a couple of the lines. So I hit it with some Simple Green that I mixed up a couple weeks back, and see what it does. It'll clean it up some, if nothing else, get the crap off of it so that I can clean it and shoot it with paint. Now in the past, I probably would have went crazy on this, spraying this degreaser everywhere, but for now, I'm just gonna work in a condensed area, which is the side of this block. So this is the kind of stuff I like to do. Now, obviously, if there's leaks, which I know there are, those will have to be remedied at some point. But just to get in here and have a little fun, if that's what you want to call it, mini truck fun, clean this up some. Can't hurt. Shoot a little bit more after it does its thing and see what it looks like. All right, so I degreased this a couple times. I let it sit, hit it with the hose, got the wire brush out, which this one isn't too stiff of bristles, cleaned in there. A couple little spots in there I couldn't get, so I got a screwdriver, dug some of that, flossed that out. And you can see it's not perfect. If this was something going on a show truck, I'd leave it, degrease it overnight, have it blasted, maybe powder coated. But this is a driver truck. Remember, I'm not putting a lot of time and effort. This is just more for fun. and I'm gonna let it dry. Then I'll shoot it with black paint. It'll look way better than it does, or way better than it started. All right, so not sure how this is gonna go, but this has been sitting for a few minutes. I'm gonna get this thing low. So I'm probably gonna let this dry overnight. It's drying pretty quick. You can see there on the block. But I'm undecided if I'm gonna shoot it with paint. I mean, it's still a little greasy. But what I started looking at over here is I was picking leaves out, doing that. And whoever had this truck before, they monkeyed with a couple things. Maybe not the previous owner, but guys before him. Like there's airline, so I don't know if it was bagged at one point, or I assume they were going to bag it. They monkeyed with some of the wires here. Some of the things are cut. There's a couple grounds I'm gonna redo. Like I'm gonna figure out where is this going? If it's going in the cab, like why is it to here and then butt connected? You know, just little things like that. This ground, it's got a lock washer on it, biting in, coming into the factory thing, probably coming over to the headlights, something like that. Who knows? But I'm gonna take a little caution not to get too much water. I mean, those are taped pretty good, that harness, but like for instance here, you know, like little things like that, then it has this coming off. But what I wanna do while I'm over here is I'm gonna hit all this with some soap and water. Why not? I mean, I started washing away some of the stuff down here, and I just thought, hell, it's getting to be night. I'll hit it with some soap and water, let it dry overnight, and half of the, you know, not quite half of the engine bay, but you know, from here over will be done as far as degreasing and washing a little bit. And then I'll probably come up in here, try to clean all that up by the cowl, just to see how good it'll look. Let's keep on keeping on. Well, I can't leave well enough alone. Clean this side for now the best I can. It obviously has some stains over here, and used mostly soap and water. Then I was like, well, I might as well start cleaning this a little bit. You can see it's looking a little better. Trying to clean up in some of these areas without getting too much water on the wires. Cleaned up here a little bit, crossed firewall as well. It needs a little bit more elbow grease. But what I'm gonna do now is, previous owner, super cool dude, he had put on some new battery terminals here and here. They're super easy to take off, as you'd imagine. And what I wanted to be able to do is I unhooked this. This only had one nut. There's one that's missing. I want to get another one. But what I want to do is kind of get this stuff out of the way. And you can see I couldn't really get back there. I want to clean this inner apron, inner fender. And I need to get more filters for my shop vac. But what I'm going to do now is at least pick some of this stuff out of here, clean it up some, shoot that black over the weekend. And of course down in there, I took the fuel filter right here. I took that off just to get it out of the way. Again, it'll just make it a little bit more easy. And you can see, I mean, for the guys that have a stock Mazda, you can probably chime in. Some stuff has been done with this over the course of time, I think, to maybe relocate stuff. It seems like there's little things missing. You know, there's not as much stuff maybe as a stock, totally stock Mazda, but certainly just a little elbow grease just to keep my mind off some things going on. Not a bad way to spend an evening here in Florida. Let's keep on keeping on, y'all. All right, I'm taking advantage of the longer days in summer. Sun sets after 8 o'clock till August here in Florida. But what I did was, I could have taken off the grounds in those 3 deals, but I cleaned up around them enough that I was happy with it. And this stuff is, I don't know, not really wanting to come off. And I'm not too concerned with that. I just wanted to clean it up for the most part. What I could, elbow grease, soap and water. And it all started because I wanted to put that bracket on. And then I was like, well, damn, if I'm gonna do that, I might as well start cleaning that. And then I wanted to clean this. And again, it's not perfect, but shows you that it just takes a little effort. So you can see here, Again, it's not perfect. I don't know if some of that would buff out, or I could use something a little tougher on it. But I got all of this cleaned up in here, across the firewall. The firewall could use a little bit more, especially on the top part behind some of those. And then over here, again, it doesn't look much better in video, but it looks a hell of a lot better in person. It doesn't look as dingy, I guess is the best word. Tomorrow, I'll paint this. I'm gonna look to see, I don't know if they reproduce those. I sure would like to get a new one and bolt it in. It's kind of seen better days, but I could also take it out and shoot it. I don't have a blast cabinet. It'd be nice to blast it. I'm guessing you can't buy them, so we'll see. Yo, so I'm gonna wrap this as a part one. The reason being is we're at about 10 minutes or so, and the next part of the video is gonna go into day 2. I left off here just basically with the battery tray that needs a little bit of cleanup, and I'll show you guys in the next video how I went about the decision that I made there to kind of clean that up and move forward. I do finish this thing up basically over the weekend. I start the truck. I'll let you guys know what I screw up or what I don't. And if you can, like, comment, stay tuned for the next video. Again, I'm going to try to keep them a little shorter. I didn't want this to be a 20-25 minute video. Thanks for all the support, y'all. Keep on keeping on. Mazda's on the rise. Mike Murray, look out. I'm coming for that, what is it, domestic and import. I got the import coming after Mike. Let's do it.